What happens when a club in chaos meets a coach who believes in magic? Real Madrid was struggling in 2015. Internal infighting, an unhappy locker room, and a coach who just couldn't make it work. Fast forward 3 years to 2018 and they won 9 trophies and carved their name into football lore with an unmatched tale of resilience and triumph, winning not 1, not 2, but 3 consecutive Champions League titles. So how did they pull off this insane transformation? Let's dive into the story of how Zinedine Zidane turned Real Madrid from a club in chaos to an unstoppable European force. The 2015-16 season started with high hopes but quickly spiraled into frustration. Rafa Benitez was brought in to replace Carlo Ancelotti, but let's be honest, the vibes weren't right. Benitez was a tactical mastermind, sure, but his approach was rigid and his relationship with the players frosty at best. The big egos in Madrid's locker room clashed with his style. Players like Cristiano Ronaldo and Sergio Ramos didn't exactly thrive under his leadership. Results on the pitch reflected the turmoil. By January 2016, Los Blancos were trailing behind Barcelona and Atletico Madrid in La Liga. Fans were restless, the media was ruthless, and the board knew something had to change. Then came the gamble that changed everything. In January 2016, Rafa Benitez was sacked, and in stepped Zinedine Zidane, a club legend but an unproven coach at the top level, a guy who'd never even coached a big team before. Zidane was only 44 when he stepped in, yet he pulled off what seemed impossible. People were skeptical. Sure, he was one of the greatest players of all time, but managing Real Madrid, that's a whole different beast. But Zidane brought something Benitez couldn't: trust and connection with the players. He knew how to handle the big personalities in the squad because he'd been there. He'd played under pressure, worn the captain's armband and won trophies. The players respected him instantly. Zidane's philosophy was simple: play to your strengths. He gave Cristiano Ronaldo more freedom, built a midfield powerhouse around Luka Modric and Toni Kroos, and trusted Casemiro to be the defensive anchor. Oh, and let's not forget his man management skills. He kept the squad happy, rotating players smartly to keep everyone fresh and motivated. Under Zidane, the transformation was almost immediate. Real Madrid finished the La Liga season strong, but it was in the Champions League where they truly shone. In the knockout stages, they took down Roma, Wolfsburg, in a dramatic comeback led by Ronaldo, and Manchester City to reach the final. The final against Atletico Madrid was a nail-biter. Sergio Ramos scored early, but Atletico fought back to force penalties. And then, Cristiano Ronaldo stepped up to score the winning penalty, securing Real's 11th Champions League title, La Undécima. Zidane had done it in his first half-season as manager. This was just the beginning. The 2016-17 season was where Zidane's Real Madrid truly became a machine. They won La Liga for the first time in 5 years, but the real story was their dominance in Europe. The squad was stacked: Ronaldo, Benzema, Bale, Modric, Kroos, Marcelo, Ramos, and an emerging Isco, just to name a few. In the Champions League, they faced tough competition. Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals, no problem. A thrilling win over Atletico Madrid in the semis. Been there, done that, and then came the final against Juventus. Ronaldo was unstoppable, scoring twice in a 4-1 victory. Real Madrid became the first team in the Champions League era to win back-to-back titles. Zidane's tactical tweaks were key. He adapted the team's style depending on the opponent, using a diamond midfield, a 4-3-3, or even a 4-4-2 when needed. And he didn't just rely on his stars. Players like Marco Asensio and Lucas Vazquez stepped up when called upon. This wasn't just a team, it was a squad. If 2016-17 was impressive, 2017-18 was legendary. By now, Real Madrid had a target on their back, but they thrived under pressure. Although they claimed the Spanish Super Cup in August 2018, Zidane's teams struggled to maintain the dominance that had defined them. They suffered 9 losses during the 2017-2018 La Liga campaign, a clear indication that their squad lacked the depth and consistency of previous years, while Zidane's tactics seemed less effective as the season wore on. In the Champions League, Ronaldo carried the team through the group stages and early knockouts, scoring ridiculous goals, including that bicycle kick against Juventus that left Buffon shaking his head in disbelief. Facing the likes of Dortmund, Tottenham, PSG, Juventus, Bayern Munich and Liverpool in the final, Madrid endured their toughest road to glory yet, capping it off with a third consecutive Champions League title. The 2018 Champions League final in Kyiv against Liverpool showcased Madrid's maturity and depth. Liverpool's electrifying front three, Salah, Mane and Firmino, were a serious threat, but Madrid's midfield trio of Modric, Kroos and Casemiro controlled the game with precision. This control allowed stars like Ronaldo, Bale and Benzema to deliver the decisive moments that secured victory. However, that triumph came with an air of uncertainty. In the aftermath of their historic win, both Cristiano Ronaldo and Gareth Bale hinted at departures, signaling underlying tensions within the squad. Their eventual exits, along with Zidane stepping down, marked the end of an era for the club. Zidane's return in 2019 brought hope, but Real Madrid faced a different reality. The €100 million from Ronaldo's sale were invested in young talents like Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo Goes, who showed flashes of brilliance but couldn't immediately fill the void left by the legends. While Madrid remained competitive, they managed 2 more Champions League titles since their treble wins, a far cry from their golden era. The legacy of Real Madrid's dynasty from 2016 to 2018 remains untouchable, a benchmark of excellence in European football. Yet, the years since have been a reminder of how fleeting dominance can be as the club continues its quest to return to the pinnacle of the game. From chaos to European domination, this story is one for the ages. It wasn't just about the trophies, it was about how they won them. So, what do you think? Is Zidane the best manager in Real Madrid's history? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more football stories. Until next time, take care.